Hello guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today guys, another movie review. Today guys, I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is the newest MCU movie, the second Doctor Strange movie, and yeah, so the beginning part of this will be non-spoiler, which will be pretty brief, but then I'll let you guys know when I'm transferring over to spoilers, because there's a lot I want to talk about in spoilers, but first of all, for non-spoilers, just to say what I was looking forward to going into this movie, which I was looking forward to just having a Doctor Strange movie should have really trippy visuals and just to be kind of weird and I would say kind of an outlier in the MCU, and I can definitely say I got exactly what I wanted. I got a really fun movie that had a bunch of good fan service in it, so if you're also looking for that, this movie's right up your alley. And also, I was looking for some horror elements, surprisingly enough, because this movie's directed by Sam Raimi, which is, a horror director at heart, which, a lot of people mostly know him from the original Spider-Man trilogy. But, yeah, there's some really, pretty out there stuff for Marvel in this, like, horror-wise. Like, there's some body horror, there's some pretty explicit deaths and stuff in this movie, which I was not expecting, but, I definitely got exactly what I wanted. The only thing I would say that really I would consider bad for this movie is the pacing feels kind of all over the place at some points. It feels a little slow at the beginning, and then it feels like it's like a NASCAR race at some parts, which I don't know, it might be intentional for because it's the Multiverse of Madness, but I'm not too sure. For the characters, Doctor Strange, she's great as always. Wanda, I felt like she was pretty good in this movie. There's some stuff with her, spoiler-wise, I don't really want to get into, but America Chavez, I actually really enjoyed her character. I was not expecting, because from the trailers and stuff, she kind of looked basic, but I feel like she had good chemistry with Strange and Wong and whatnot, which, like I said, I thought was pretty cool, and her actual powers are pretty cool, being able to punch the portals through the different multiverses and stuff, so yeah, that was pretty cool to see. But overall, though, this movie was just really enjoyable. This is everything I wanted, and after I do a Marvel ranking, this is definitely me on the upper half of this, maybe even, make the top 10 of my favorite MCU movies. This movie is just really right up my alley. I turned to my friend during, one scene in this movie, I was like, I love this movie so much, which I do, because this movie's just great, but, yeah, that's it for the non-spoiler section. I'll probably give this movie a 8.5 out of 10, just because I really, really enjoyed this movie so much. I had a smile on my face the entire time. But, like I said, that's going to pretty much do it for the non-spoiler section. Now we're going to be going into spoilers. Okay, so now if you guys haven't seen Doctor Strange 2, go watch it and then come back, or if you just don't care, but we're going to be talking about some major spoilers or whatnot, which I will say is very unfortunate. I did get one thing spoiled for me, and I saw a picture on Twitter of the 4 Illuminati members, and that really, it was cool to see, don't get me wrong, but, that definitely did temper the enjoyment a little bit of seeing them on screen or ruin the surprise or whatnot, but that's also the main thing I want to talk about. The Illuminati in this movie, I felt like they were done very well. A lot of people are playing blah, blah, blah. They seem too easily defeated or whatnot, but that just gives more power to Wanda. Because there are some people who are playing that they depowered Wanda. I'm like, did you just not watch her murder the entire Illuminati or whatnot? But, yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and start with, the big one, John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, which got a very loud and visceral cheer in my theater, which, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was kind of funny. After they cheered for him, he dies a pretty brutal death, probably, not even 10 minutes later. I don't know, me and my friends just thought that was kind of funny, but I really like him in the role. I really hope they bring him for the MCU's universe, Fantastic Four or whatnot, but so that was really cool to see. Also Black Bolt, I know that's the same actor from the TV show, but it was really cool seeing him with the tuning fork helmet or whatnot, and his death is absolutely brutal, when Wanda makes him not have a mouth, and then he in panic he says something which reverberates in his head and makes his head explode, which that was brutal. Mr. Fantastic, she unravels him or whatnot. That was and then makes his head explode or whatnot. That was very brutal. She cuts Captain Carter in half, which again very brutal. Maria Rambeau probably got the most chill death though. She's just kind of crushed by a big pillar, which yeah, that was pretty cool seeing her. Also, I remember everybody thought that was Invincible Iron Man or Tom Cruise's Iron Man, which we did not get to see, unfortunately. But it's okay. We'll probably see him in a future project or whatnot. But And also Professor Xavier's, when he goes into Wanda's mind and gets his neck snapped, that is a horrific jump scare. And like I said, some more of that horror imagery, which I absolutely love. And also, speaking of horror, I love the whole sequence whenever they trap Wanda like in the magic trap at Comertage, and she like uses like the reflections to like start grabbing people or whatnot. And then when she comes out the gong, she comes out all distorted, has to like twist around like Pennywise, like. What the heck? Also, Wanda being the villain was best thing ever. Like, she is so terrifying because you know how powerful she is. That just makes her all the more terrifying. But, that whole attack on Carbertage is just brutal, which it kind of makes me think, like, the whole wizards ain't as powerful as, you would be led to think or whatnot. But I love how they bring back her power from Age of Ultron where she can get into people's heads. Like, that part where she's, like, looking, at all the wizards that are making the shield around Carbertage, and she finds one, and she just you see her come up behind him and she's like, run. Like, that was just great seeing that power come back for her and whatnot. And and then American Chavez, when they first, break through the star portal or whatnot and go to Earth 838, I think it is, with the Illuminati or whatnot. Very cool. Also we get our Bruce Campbell cameo, which very, very cool. He's got to be in every Sam Raimi movie. But, long story short, Wanda dreamwalks with the Darkhold, which also gets destroyed very easily. But she dreamwalks and pretty much fucks up everybody at the Illuminati, and then. Wanda's main goal in this movie is, to be with her kids, but I don't know why she just won't conjure new kids or whatnot, but she's like straight up crazy in this movie. She's like, because I forgot who said it there, but they're like, why don't you just get America Chavez to bring you to that reality? She's like, well, what about if they get sick? There's infinite cures out in the multiverse for my kids or whatnot, and like Wanda is just straight up crazy in this movie. But I think, like I said, I think she's a pretty good villain. But also, we get the whole backstory between the Supreme Strange, which was part of the Illuminati, whatnot. They got Black Bolt to execute him after fighting Thanos, which that was really cool to see. They fought Thanos on Titan. But we see that they get Black Bolt to execute Strange because he used the Darkhold or whatnot, which is a big no-no because he had like black fingertips or something, which caused a incursion, which is basically two separate universes colliding together, which we do get to see some of the aftermath, a part of it after Wanda catches up with him, and Strange and variant Christine Palmer gets sent to one of the incursions, and he has to fight Sinister Strange with like music notes, which was a very cool sequence. Especially with Sinister Strange or whatnot, which he dies pretty horrifically. Also, he like gets impaled by a fence. But basically, Doctor Strange used the Darkhold to dreamwalk through the body of Defender Strange because he died at the very beginning because he kind of like turned on America Chavez, and he dreamwalks through his dead body, which is Zombie Strange, which is very cool. Also, I love the part where he uses like the tormented souls as like a cape or whatnot. That is just so cool. And that whole ending sequence, like, it might not be like a big like fight or whatnot, but that is just a really cool ending sequence where America Chavez is like, okay, Strange, you can take my powers, I understand. He's like, no, he's like, you've been controlling your powers this whole time without realizing, blah, blah, blah. And it's really cool. She, like, punches a portal straight to hell, about to send Wanda to hell. And then she's like, you know what? No, I'm going to give Wanda exactly what she wants. She wants go with her kids, and then punches through. Her kids are absolutely terrified of what she's become. They're like, tell their version of Wanda. They're like, Mom, it's a witch, blah, blah, blah. And then Wanda's like, oh, I kind of messed up. I know exactly. I turned into a monster or whatnot, but... And then everything's resolved at the end. Wanda's like, okay, I'm destroying this Darkhold temple, which destroys the Darkhold in every universe, which is interesting. So that kind of makes me think that, the universe that we've been following is like the center of all the other universes, which is kind of interesting. But, And then at the end we see that America Chavez is training at Hermitage under Wong now. Doctor Strange has a third eye and residual effects from using the Darkhold or whatnot, which that was a very weird way to end. He's got a third eye now or something, which I didn't think was a bad thing, but apparently in this movie it is now or something. Not too sure on that, and then the end credit scenes, you get to see Cleo, which is some girl from the comics. Interested to see where that goes, and then the other was just a joke about Bruce Campbell's cameo earlier in the movie, which I thought was very delightful. But Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I absolutely was so entertained during this movie. I just during the Illuminati death scenes, I just turned to my friend. I'm like, I love this so much. I have no clue why, but. Like I said, I absolutely love this movie. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I do want to do an MCU ranking, especially since Moon Knight just wrapped up, but make sure you guys look out for that. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness down below. How would you guys rank it next to the first one? I absolutely love the first Doctor Strange, but if I was given a choice to watch one of the two, I would definitely watch the second one. Maybe some recency bias there, but I don't know. It just seems like a more fun, fast-paced kind of movie. But anyway, guys, check out my Twitter. Link in the description. Like, subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.